That single moment completely changed my life and who I was. Completely. In that split second, and I knew I would never be the same. Ever.
That's a lot.
Yeah. Especially being 21 years old.
What did you think was happening?
I knew pretty quickly what was going down. As soon as the door popped open, I knew that this was going two ways. Either we were going to win or they were going to win and they were going to get out.
So, do you have a gun?
No.
That's a common misconception. Most corrections officers are not armed.
No.
People think they are.
No. No, they have mace and tasers. We didn't have, I had nothing. Literally.
Well, they sent you there with jeans and a t-shirt, so there you go.
No, literally we were allowed to carry a set of handcuffs in case we got something inside that we could secure them. But no. I mean, I understand why it happened when it happened, because it's in the middle of the night.
Yeah, that's a shock factor.
It's a complete shock factor. Nothing is happening. Nothing's supposed to happen. It's quiet. And when that door, that people say that they have different events in their life that change them.
Sure.
Sometimes people don't understand that.
But you understood in that moment.
I knew in that moment, this was bad. Like this was really bad. Yeah.
So the door's open.
The door's open. I'm standing there. Bolin, who is the first to come at me, he grabs my shirt. Now, I'm much bigger than he is. He's maybe 5'8", 5'9", 5'10".
Okay.
And I can remember we kind of turned. Like, I couldn't fight with him in this doorway. Like, I felt like, because it's very close. Like, it's I remember turning, and we went about maybe 6 feet, and I spun him around, and ended up throwing him in this other metal door.
Okay.
And we're
fighting.
Yeah, we're fighting. We're
so
like.
Do you think he was expecting you to be there when he grabbed that door?
Yeah, they knew. They knew when we were going to do it.
No, of course they knew when you were going to check the tier. But if you remember correctly, you had volunteered to do 2 in a row.
Yeah, I don't think they didn't know that.
You think they were expecting the old guy?
I think they were expecting my partner. Yeah, I wholeheartedly think that.
Well, they would have been.
Yeah.
Based on.
Because,
people take for granted that a lot of things in custody are routine, right? Like, the time that the meals are coming.
Right.
The time that we're going to bed, and so they knew that you had done the 2 o'clock.
Yeah, and they expected
and they
him
knew that you
to
switched.
do. Yeah, and they expected him to do the 3 o'clock because that's the way it always was. But Bolin and I were fighting, kind of wrestling back and forth.
Can you hear anything?
No.
Like, so you don't hear your partner, you don't hear another person.
The first couple seconds, like I was so worried, like I was so kind of awestruck that it was kind of like it's kind of fight or flight. Well, literally fight or flight.
Yeah.
But it takes, it takes the body and the mind to process something.
Sure.
So there's when, and not to get off track, but during my law enforcement career, I taught a lot.
But this is after this, right?
Yeah, this is after this. And now that I understand, now the way I explain it is this: when something like this, when this happens, there's something called, the acronym is PETA: perceive, evaluate, decide, and act.
We have a different PITA. It's PITA, pain in the ass.
Right. Right. But
It's a little different.
But this takes between 3/4 of a second and a second and a half for your mind to
For it to click, yeah.
Yeah, and go through it. So this is happening so quickly. You know, we're not talking 10, 15 minutes. We're
10,
talking
15
literally
nanoseconds.
3 or 4 seconds.
Yeah, but by design.
Right. Exactly. But when you're, you know, basically a kid, 21, you don't, you know, you think that you know everything and you know absolutely nothing.
Mm-hmm.
And when you're put in this type of situation, you know, when this situation presents itself,
Mm-hmm.
it's, you know, you can talk all day long what you would do.
Sure. You don't know until you get there.
But you don't know. It's like it's like I tell people now, you know, that, you know, we're a judgmental society. Hey, I would do this. You know what? Until you're in a fight for your life,
Mm-hmm.
or you hear a bullet wing by your head,
Mm-hmm.
or you don't know how you're going to react.
No.
And so, you know, some of the biggest, baddest, toughest people, oh, I would do this and I would do that and I would do this. Well,
I hope you never have to find out.